Well, let's talk another interesting bit that comes our way year in, year out. I'm talking about the graphic business Stanbic Bank breakfast meeting. And the theme for this year, integration of e-service into our economy, implications for economic growth and quality of life. And we're delving into that conversation right now with our guests who join us in the studio. We have Charles Benoni Okain, Acting Director, Graphic Business. Thank you so much for joining the conversation. So I'll start with you, Kojo. You have partnered on this for many years now. It's been we've worked with you on this entire journey for quite a while now. When you came into the studio, you were trying to jog my memory on some of those bits. Here we are again, the graphic Stanbic business breakfast meeting. What is new this year?
Well, as they say, event, the same property, the same main partners, definitely the topic is new. We're focusing on, as you said, issues around e-services. You can broaden it beyond what you call e-commerce, but all the great things that have happened to us in the last 4 or 5 years where digitization and all things internet have happened. So as a society, this new area and how it applies to our way of life. That is what is new. But as I said, it's the same partners, it's the same river. But we're not stepping in it twice.
Nowadays, we're talking about e-everything.
Yes, sir.
E-electronic into every facet of our lives. And it's important, crucial, in fact, in these times of COVID-19, which at a point left us all locked up in our homes and having to transact. In fact, the likes of Zoom and others have made fortunes on the back of one. Yeah. It makes sense for us to tap into that as a country. Which brings me to you, Charles. Now, in partnering and pushing this agenda from the standpoint of graphic business, what is, I don't want to say what is new this year, but what is pushing this theme that we have for this year? How relevant is it in these?
Yes, governments have been trying to ensure that services go online, and we've seen the vice president doing digitalization, trying to digitalize government services. It makes it easy for people to access. People can be home and do their services 24 hours. They don't need to go to the vendors to take that kind of service. I can attest to, or we can all attest to, how the issues of passport application has become so easy because it is online. The banking services is online. So it doesn't make people go to the, brick and mortar to sit down and then get this thing done. Now, for us as graphic business, we always set the business agenda. We've tried to pick out very topical issues, but which many people do not have, the opportunity to discuss.
Right.
And then we assemble for people to discuss. And then from what they say, because we use experts and all, people begin to appreciate, and then, it also helps to, it becomes a guide for policy.
Right.
For government to also look at the
in the industry, and then even beyond that, at the national level, for government to businesses take advantage of that as well.
So we set the business agenda, and this time, that's
the people who would ensure that this breakfast meeting actually, how would I say it, is executed to perfection. And year in, year out, we've had some stalwarts in the business industry, getting into that. What sort of people are we looking at? In terms of those
so we are looking at people with background in IT and what do you call that? That's Aduma Osu. She's very knowledgeable when it comes to e-services.
Okay.
Because of Visa, we pay most of our services using the Visa.
When you mentioned Visa, and of course, MasterCard comes to mind, and Russia comes to mind immediately. But
yeah, they are all in there. And then we have one other person called Fred Frimpong, who is the head of financial services at Jumia Ghana. They also offer services, he's a technology planner, and Francis Appiah. So basically, we've broken down the theme into 3 thematic areas.
Okay.
Yes, if you don't mind, I can run you through it.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, so we
Give us
have
some perspective on that.
Yeah, some perspectives. So the first one is the creative revenue generation opportunities of e-service solutions to economic growth. And we exactly. Okay. So he is very well knowledgeable in this area, and we think he can deliver well for us. And then Fred Frimpong will tackle unpacking the e-service solutions and contribution to quality of life. You know, if you look at Jumia, they sell products online. It helps, you know, to improve the quality of life. And then finally, the impact of e-service on economic growth and businesses. That will be handled by Francis Appiah. So these are guys who know them in Ghana, but all over the world,
okay,
and government as well.
Let me come to you, Kojo. So as you partner once more in this all-important exercise that you've been conducting every year, what other details of the program would you like to share with us? And what can people expect as this graphic Stanbic breakfast meeting comes off for yet another year?
So at the top, let me take us to the flow of the program. So we expect guests to be in by 7 o'clock. So for breakfast, our panelists will take on the various teams. At the same time as this thing is happening, remember on the graphic digital channels, right? Especially Facebook, this is being shown. And the same applies to the Stanbic digital channels, especially Facebook. I guess we can also believe that Joy will be part of that.
So we're also going online, social media. Okay.
So as it's happening, what it means is that you have people who can then join in virtually to also make their contributions, even as we have a few more people in there. So for 2 hours, we tackled with the key stakeholders in government. So we see the way forward on how this new world, you know, they used to say that digital is in the future. I think it's here now, just to ensure that we don't get overtaken by time.
And I know you're partnering, of course, Joy Business, the Labadi Beach Hotel, where this time and again has been held, and graphic news.
This time we are not doing it because of COVID. Usually we used to have about 400 people seated, but this time we're going to have about 70 to 100 people.
Right.
So the rest can watch online.
Okay.
We haven't, those who want to participate can reach yvonne.ie at graphic.com.gh. You send...
The IE is what? A-R-Y-E-E?
Yeah, A-R-Y.
Just for someone who might... Okay.
A-R-Y-E-E.
Okay.
At graphic.com.gh. And then, or call her on 0277, because it will be strictly by invitation.
Thank you. Kojo, 20 seconds. Parting.
All I would say is that join us. Let's continue with the conversation. Let's continue to be citizens and not spectators.
Let's continue to be citizens, not spectators. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining the conversation. But we're not wrapping up yet. There's still a lot more, and it has to do with musical adaptations a la Ghana International School.